Hello students. Now let us talk about temperate deciduous forest. Temperate deciduous, wherever this word deciduous comes, it means that there will be dry season, and in the dry season, trees will be shedding their leaves in order to prevent transpiration process. So, and the word temperate means that it is found beyond the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So, talking about temperate deciduous forest biome, its geographical location, they are found in higher latitudinal regions like northeast of the USA, New Zealand, China, Chile. Then flora which are found here are oak, ash, beech, etc. And the deciduous forest here, you'll find that they grow in layers, but that layer is not as dense as that of evergreen. More sunlight reaches the ground compared to rainforest, so more ground dwelling plants one can see there. The other plants which are found here are maple, then hemlock, cottonwood, elm, willows, then spring flowering herbs are found here. Then talking about fauna, deer, wolves, fox are common animals which are found here. And we can say that the other thing which is very prominent here is that soil is fertile, enriched with decaying litter, and these litters are basically trees which are shedding their leaves. So they form as a litter, and they decay and act as a humus. It has a deep soil layer rich in nutrients, so it is good for agriculture. Climate and amount of sunlight can vary tremendously between each season here. Deciduous forest we can say that here the deciduous forest has got more diversity than that of the coniferous forest, but less diversity of plant species than that of the tropical rainforest. Now, next come to the Mediterranean forest biome. Here, this type of Mediterranean forest biome are basically found along the Mediterranean region, bordering Mediterranean Sea, in Europe, Europe and Africa, African part, and apart from that, they're also found along the western part of the continent, southwestern margin of the continent, basically. They are found in southwestern West America, Africa, Australia, and which has got hot and dry summers and mild rainy winters. So one thing which is very important here is that they are characterized by winter rainfall, as they come under the influence of westerly winds. So let's talk about flora and fauna. So citrus fruits, we all know that is very famous for this region. And talking about wildlife, fauna, there are not much of wildlife found here. Let's talk about coniferous forest, which is also known as taiga or boreal forest. These forests are found in northern hemisphere only, occurring between 50 degree to 60-degree north latitude, just below the tundra biome, and it stretches over Eurasia and North America, part of Siberia, Alaska, Canada, and Scandinavia. Then, talking about the climate, the seasons are divided into short, moist, rainy, moderately warm summer, and long, cool snowfall, dry winter. Temperature here is a cold winter but fairly mild summer. So there is a very low temperature throughout the year. And extreme annual variation of temperature one can find between minus 40 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. Precipitation here is mostly snowfall and ranges between 40 to 100 centimeters. Flora found here are basically softwood evergreen trees uh, like cher, pine, deodar are found here, which that are used to make pulp for the paper and matchbox making industries. And there are also shrubs found in this biome. So one can note that in these plants typically grow at higher elevation. If we talk in terms of altitudinal or alpine, I think alpine biome. Now let's talk about fauna. So silver fox, mink, polar bear, moose, black fly, timber wolf, deers, red squirrels, pine, mink, woodpeckers, hawks, bears, deer, bats, etc. are found here. Um, Now, talking about adaptation part, in this you'll find trees have needle leaf forest. As the word itself suggests, coniferous. So you'll find cone-shaped trees with, and even leaves of the tree will have needle in that, and which makes them cold tolerant. The needles are long, thin, and waxy. The roots are long to anchor these trees. Low sunlight and poor soil keep plants from growing on forest floor. A tiger usually have a thin soil covered and poor in nutrients, and they're also acidic. The animals which are found here are uh, well adapted to cold winters, and the average net primary productivity is 800 dry grams per square meter per year. Now let's talk about tundra forest biome, and they're the band that stretches across the North America, Asia, and Europe. So uppermost part of the globe uh, is the part where tundra forest biome one can find. Temperature in the tundra region is extreme than in that of taiga, and the average winter temperature goes till minus 34 degrees Celsius, while summers can go as high as 3 to 3 degrees Celsius or 4 degrees Celsius. So even in summer, it is a winter-like condition for their flora. Trees are completely absent here because of the extreme winter type of extreme lower temperature, and at the same time there is a lack of water availability also. Um, and there is also permafrost. I mean, that is permanently frozen ice one can see there. So flora, one can find lichens, mosses, etc. Then fauna found here are silver fox, mink, polar bear, reindeers are very common here in tundra region. Compare the reindeers are also found in taiga region, but they are more common in the tundra region. then Arctic fox, musk fox, then tundra swans, etc. are important fauna. So usually this is devoid of vegetation, and lichens and mosses are only found here, which are well adapted and adapted for this extreme type of climatic condition, and they grow low to the ground and stay very small. That is the adaptation technique of these plants in order to survive in this extreme climatic condition. And they have waxy coating to protect themselves from cold temperature and winds. Here's soil is not very deep. Next type of biome is grassland. So we already know that it is grassland is a kind of ecotone. That means it is a transitional zone between forest and desert. So if we talk in terms of climatic condition, precipitation will be less than forest area, uh, but more than desert. At the same time, if we take temperature, so temperature also it will be moderate. So again, grasslands, we have got tropical grasslands and temperate grasslands. They are the large. Usually, grasslands are large biomes. Let's start with tropical grasslands. They're also known as savanna, and the geographical location is found between desert biome and hot desert and the rainforest. They are mostly located near the equator. The largest savanna is located in Africa. Nearly half of the continent of Africa is covered with savanna grassland. Other major savannas are located in South America, India, and northern Australia. Temperature in between here, and annual rainfall is varies between 50 to 125 centimeters per year. Um, Flora, as it is, the biome itself is a grassland, so majorly the grasses are found here. Different types of grasses, including lemongrass, rose grass, star grass, etc., are found here. Trees, but some trees are also found here, and but they are very scattered. Uh, and the type of trees which are found here are acacia tree and the baobab tree. The baobab tree can live for thousands of years, and they are known for storing water. They have this quality of storing water. One thing you all need to know is that the grasses here are not very rich in nutrition. Let's talk about fauna found here. The savanna has the highest biodiversity, and the animals like elephant, giraffe, ostrich, buffalo, etc. are found here. Apart from that, there are different predators also which are found here. I mean, and they're like lions, cheetahs, leopards, wild dogs, hawks, giraffe, zebras, buffalo, etc. are found here. Um, Let's talk about the adaptation technique. Herbivorous animals. Herbivores are those who feed on grasses or plants, and they have this adaptive technique in order to avoid predator. Like ostrich, you'll find that they have very high speed and they can outrun anyone. Then giraffe, they uses their height to spot predator from far off. Elephants, because of their size and strength, predators usually keep away from them. Uh, then we have got predators of savanna, which have also which has also adapted or masters few techniques. Um, and for example, cheetah is the fastest land animal which can run very fast, and other animals like lions, they usually hunt in groups and trap the weaker animals away from the uh, and they hunt in groups and trap weaker animals. One thing is which needs to be noted here is that most of the endangered species are found in savanna because of the overhunting and loss of habitat. And now let's talk about in next presentation we'll be talking about temperate grasslands.